So I've been sitting on this subject over the last day or so, and I am still absolutely blown away. So Twitter is planning on releasing a new feature, but is it the long-awaited feature where we can edit our tweets? No, friends. This feature allows for you to essentially lock your tweets behind a paywall and have people pay money to view your tweets. Yeah, I ain't joking about that, and that was a fucking mouthful to say. So let's get into this. We ourselves an article from The Verge. Twitter announces paid super follows to let you charge for tweets. It's also planning a group feature. And this right here is an image of what it would basically look like. And yeah, I am already sensing that this is going to be a huge trash fire. And I was kind of wondering why the hashtag #RipTwitter was trending for some time, and lo and behold, this is the reason. And honestly, I'm not too surprised. Twitter announced a pair of big upcoming features today. The ability for users to charge their followers for access to additional content, and the ability to create and join groups based around specific interests. They're two of the more substantial changes to Twitter in a while, but they also fit snugly into models that have been popular and successful on other social media platforms. So essentially, Twitter is turning into another variation of OnlyFans. Good to know. The payment feature called Super Follows will allow Twitter users to charge followers and give them access to extra content. That could be bonus tweets, access to a community group, subscription to a newsletter, or a badge indicating your support. In a mock-up screenshot, Twitter showed an example where a user charges $4.99 per month to receive a series of perks. Twitter sees this as a way to let creators and publishers get paid directly by their fans. Direct payment tools have become increasingly important for creators, in particular in recent years. Patreon has been hugely successful, and other platforms including Facebook, YouTube, and even GitHub have all launched direct creator payment features. Twitter will presumably take a cut. The company has been hinting at subscription features that would offer it a new source of revenue, though it doesn't appear to have said yet what the fee will be. Twitter also announced a new feature called Communities, which appear to be its take on something like Facebook groups. People can create and join groups around specific interests like cats or plants. Twitter suggests allowing them to see more tweets focus on those topics. Groups have been a huge success for Facebook and a huge moderation problem too, and they could be a particularly helpful tool on Twitter since the service's open-ended nature can make it difficult for new users to get started on the platform. There's no timeline yet for when either of these features will launch. Twitter listed them as what's next for its platform during a presentation for analysts and investors this afternoon. Now, when it comes to the groups feature, I don't exactly have a problem with that. I think that would actually be a really good implementation, especially for the new users of Twitter that want to find some way to get their feet wet, so to speak. But the whole super follows thing, that just doesn't sit well with me. That rubs me the wrong way, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, Twitter should be free as it is, and it is technically free to use, but the thing is that there's going to be people that feel the need to lock their tweets behind a paywall in order for you to actually follow them and, see the tweets and all that stuff. You would have to pay money to see what it is those tweets involve, and that just doesn't sit well with me. Like, that's just not right. And I'm just going to say this outright. I am never going to lock any of my shit on Twitter behind a paywall. That is just beyond ridiculous. And in my opinion, it kind of comes off as really greedy. Like, if I'm going to be honest, this right here is just going to be another way for users to be able to extort money from their followers, and it just doesn't sit well with me. And there are also going to be other issues to come alongside it. And I'd say the community, when it came to their reaction to this whole thing, really sums things up nicely. That's why there was the whole hashtag RIP Twitter taking place, because of this announcement right here. It's clear that the community does not want to have something like this implemented in their Twitter. I hope you take that into consideration. Now, I want to wrap up this video with one final section here. So, The Verge tweeted this out, and we can see this tweet got ratioed to hell. Nearly 30,000 quote tweets. It is actually insane. And we can see that there is quite a one-sided reaction to all of this. But the thing is, there are some people that are in support of this, such as Rexevex. I've probably messed up the pronunciation of that name. Some people complaining about this are probably going to be the same people complaining about the ad model of Twitter. I get it. You like free stuff, but services need to paid somehow, which, honestly, Twitter already makes a lot of money as it is, just from the amount of traffic that the site gets on a daily basis. They don't need to make other ways of having more money paid out to them with this feature. London Robinson tweets out, "Can someone explain to me how this is different than OnlyFans, where users pay for content? Oh wait, it's okay because Twitter is doing it. I roll. This idea is dumb in my opinion." Cheryl tweets this out, "Does Twitter think we're all made of money? This is the worst idea yet. No way in hell I'm spending what little money I have to read people's tweets." Fidelity tweets this out, and it gets a lot of support, and the death of a platform. Well, in all honesty, I highly doubt that Twitter is going to quote-unquote die from this one thing, but yeah, they definitely have taken a hit. The Lone Apple has an interesting tweet. "Anyone who asks for this gets blocked. This should be a universal agreement among the unchecked mark masses." And Joanne in Texas tweets in response, "We just wanted an edit button." And honestly, yeah, we have been wanting this for years. How hard is it for Twitter to understand that we just want a simple edit button feature? That is it, not this garbage. Jim Hoffman has a really interesting tweet as well. "I'd unfollow anyone who did this to my already overly commercialized news feed." And yeah, again, this just does not sit well with me. Like, you can see clearly, like, I don't have to read every single tweet, but you can see that the community is, for the most part, not having this. They are not happy, and I honestly cannot blame them. And Sammy as well has a very interesting point. This right here just came up. "Someone will screenshot and share it to everyone for free." So there you go. There is already a major hole in this situation, in this feature. This is a bad idea, plain and simple. Your community has spoken, it's time you listen. So I really don't know what else I can say about all this at this point. I think it's pretty damn clear that almost unanimously the whole community is against this. And for good reason too, I think. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, these are just my own opinions as well. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this super follows feature is going to be a good thing? Do you think it's going to be a bad thing? Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I always love to hear what you guys have to say when it comes to these discussions. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a damn good one. And as always, ya boy, we'll see you guys in the next video.